Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure we'll have a couple more people joining as the time goes on. Just wanted to let everyone know that we will stop letting people join probably once we start the open conversation portion of the event. So that way we're respecting everyone's boundaries and no one feels uncomfortable with new people joining in. So I'm Medea Johnson. I am the founder of the Yellow Heart Committee. And so we're so glad to be putting on this healing event for everybody. YHC is an organization that is meant for mobilizing and working to help survivors of trauma through policymaking and community outreach. I am a survivor of sexual assault myself and went through an extremely traumatic experience with trying to heal and all that. So this healing event is meant to provide people with the tools right in their screen. So some of the grounding principles to go over before we get started is that everything is confidential. Anything said will not be repeated when we get to the open conversation portion and the Q&A. Right now we are recording, but again, we will stop recording once we get to the open conversation portion, and then we'll pick it back up once we get to our hype session later. Respecting and honoring everyone's space. So down below it says, don't yuck my yum. Do not judge people for what they say or what questions they may end up asking. Please stay on mute so that way we can hear the speaker speak. Step up and step back. So if you feel as if you're controlling the conversation too much, make sure you reflect and take a minute to allow other people the space to speak. This is a coping space. So again, just reiterating that whatever it says stays here with us. There may be potentially triggering topics. If there are, feel free to leave or do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. I don't imagine we'll be getting anything triggering, but just in case, just know you always have the option to leave, or you could DM one of us privately and we can help you out. The moderators for the chat will be Jessica and Camille. So if y'all can wave real quick or something. And Camille will be going over Zoom briefly.
Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm not sure how many of you have used Zoom before, but we thought it would be helpful to just go over some of the key features to help you feel more engaged throughout the session. So the first thing that I want to point out to you guys is that if you're on a cell phone, if you swipe to the right, you'll be able to see all of our faces. When someone is screen sharing though, if you swipe right back to the left, then that way you'll be able to follow along with the slides as they come up. Also, something we want to point out to you all is to use the chat feature. So what's cool about the way we have chat set up is you can also message speakers directly themselves, or you can choose to send a message to the entire group. So if you wanted to ask India, for example, a question, you would just go select her name and message her privately, or you can send a message to everyone in general. Also, there's a feature where you can clap your hands. So if you aren't able to come off mute, but something resonates with you or you're excited, please feel free to put that in there. Also, we want to point out to you that you are more than welcome to use where it says thumbs up as well. That's another key indicator for you. And you can feel free to just message us about any questions, or even if you just have statements that you want to add in. So we're very interactive, and we hope that you guys feel comfortable to join in.
Okay, thank you. And then also, I'm not sure if I went over it, but it's up to you if you choose to have your video on. And when we also get to the meditation part, if you feel more comfortable just turning it off and not connecting with that part, that's completely fine. But just know that's always an option for everybody. And then also, Jessica, was there anything you wanted to add?
Yes, so at any point as the speakers are speaking, feel free to drop your questions into the chat. We will be collecting them and then asking them for you during the Q&A. Of course, during Q&A, if you want to go off mute and speak, by all means, but we want to give folks the opportunity to get their questions answered without feeling the pressure of asking it. Also, at the end of all this, we will be sending an email with some of the resources that we spoke about today. So if you feel like, wow, she asked a great question that I should, how should I journal in the morning, or whatever the case may be, we're going to collect all of that and send that to you at the end. So if you aren't able to take notes while you're listening right now, do not worry.
Okay, perfect. Yes, feel free to ask any questions that you may have in the chat or wherever if you want to DM us privately. And then our agenda. So just going over what we'll be discussing, we'll be having a grounding meditation right after this, and then we'll have the conversations on reclaiming your voice, body, and mind, which will be our presenters discussing what their topics will be focusing on, and then having an open conversation with each other. After that, we will be having the voluntary open conversation with the group, and then we will go into Q&A for the speakers. And then following, we'll have our amazing hype session with the hype queen and hype coach Tejal. And then we'll have a closing meditation. So that's what's going to be following. And then these are our amazing speakers, Nija, Dolores, and Tejal. So I can't wait for you all to hear everything that they have lined up. So thank you. And let's go ahead and get started with Dolores.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. I feel honored to be in this space and grateful for it. Just a couple things. As Nadia said, you can go ahead and turn off your camera. You can get comfortable in your space. And I'm going to be guiding you, and then I'll play a little bit of music, and then I'll bring you all back so that we can start this amazing conversation. So let's just start by settling in. Settle into your space, wherever you're sitting, whether it's a chair, a bed. Feel what's holding you beneath you, the ground, the earth. If I welcome you to close your eyes or keep them open, meditation is your experience, and I want you to feel comfortable. So let's just settle in, close your eyes if you want to. And we'll just sit here for about 8 minutes. I'll bring in some music, and you'll also hear my words. So take deep breaths in, just to settle into your space, into yourself. I'm excited to be here, and I hope you are too. We're all in this journey together, but we all have different paths. Sometimes we go up, sometimes we go down, but we're always afloat. I always use time to sit with myself, to come back home to myself. And just to hold space for myself. We hold so much within our bodies, and it's time that we start releasing all of our past traumas, experiences, mistakes. We tend to forgive others, but don't forgive ourselves. That has been one of the most important part of this process, forgiving myself. So just continue breathing, continue feeling your breath as you inhale. And just relax a little more as you exhale. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel the feet holding up by the earth underneath you. And just thank it. Thank whatever's holding you. Just gonna go ahead and play a song that I've been listening to every single day, and it's been super, super helpful. I hope you enjoy it.
Things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all right. Oh. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
If your mind has wandered, just come back to your breath. Meditation is your own journey, your own experience. So whatever's happening right now is right. Don't judge it. Whatever thoughts are coming up, let them come up. It's okay. You can hold it all. I'm going to play one more song and then we'll come back.
Fall into arms, 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 fall into when you know that you can let go, then you can just breathe and let it done. When you know that you can just feel it. When no words can suffice to say what you feel inside, I'll be here, but you decide, yeah, you decide when you wanna fall into rounds, fall into rounds, fall into rounds, fall into rounds, fall into rounds. When it seemed impossible that you could just be the soul. When you feel you just wanna leave this world. When no words can suffice to say what you feel inside, I'll be here, but you decide, yeah, you decide when you wanna fall into my arms, fall into my arms, fall into my arms, fall into my arms.
If your mind has wandered, just bring it back. Bring it back to your breath, to this moment. I'm grateful to be here. I'm honored to be here. And I hope you are too. As you come back, you can start wiggling your toes, your hands, just moving around a little bit, stretching. It's sometimes hard to sit for this long without doing anything. And I know it's difficult, but it's the most profound thing I've discovered in my journey. So if you start stretching, the song is almost done. And then we'll come back into the community and start this beautiful conversation. Just fall. I hope you all enjoyed that brief moment. I have a playlist that I can share with you. If you'd like, I'll put it in the group chat. And it has beautiful, beautiful songs. Alrighty. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the conversation. If you don't mind sharing on the group chat, you're welcome, Evelyn. Thank you for being here. If you don't mind sharing where you're calling from, I'm personally in New York City, sending you all love, energy your way, wherever you're sitting. We'll go ahead and start talking. I'm excited. So my topic today is reclaiming our voices. And sometimes we say finding our voices, but that voice has always been inside of us. We just have to reclaim it. For such a long time, we have been silenced. And now is the time that we have to reclaim our voices, reclaim who we are. And I'm truly embodying this process as I'm speaking to you right now. Our upbringing, our society, our environments, our culture have all played a role in losing ourselves, losing our voices. And it's time that we start looking within and just finding who that person really is. During our upbringing, we had a lot of, in terms of our emotions, we repressed a lot. We didn't know how to process these things, and we just silenced ourselves. And that transpired into adulthood. Our environments, our schools, our work, we never felt fully ourselves in these spaces. And this has always been an issue for me specifically. And this is one of the things that I'm working on right now, is just stripping away all this conditioning, the beliefs, and recreating my life. This healing journey begins with that, reclaiming our voices, and just starting to hear our sisters, our brothers, our families, our communities, because healing happens as a collective. Some things to consider when going through the process of reclaiming your voice is just know that your voice matters. That's like the number one thing that I'm learning. Your voice matters. Me being here matters. Me talking to you about this matters. And the fact that I'm taking myself out of my comfort zone, being courageous enough to talk to you, that should show you a lot, because you may not know me personally, but I'm not the person to speak up and have public speaking, but this journey has helped me get here, and I'm very, very grateful. Some things that I notice in my body and that you should notice in your body when you're reclaiming your voice is, how does your body feel? What are your sensations? What's coming up? For me, my heart starts racing. I get like a little nervous. You could hear it in my voice sometimes. But when that happens, just slow down. Breathe and just keep it going. This is where we get stuck in the mind, that inner critic, that inner voice in our minds that's always providing fear, self-doubt, and just like not being worthy enough. So just make sure that when you're about to speak up and that inner critic comes in, just say hello to her. Say hello and just express whatever it is that you want to express. It's so, so important. Another thing is courageously speaking your truth. We're in this world we have a time limit in this world. And during that time, I want all of us to be authentic. Stop trying to be what society wants you to be. Just be yourself. And just know that remembering who you are is what gives you your power back. We all have this power in us. Our voice is our power. And that's one of the things that a lot of us in our conditioning has prevented us from understanding. Our voice and just being our authentic self is our power. And we need to start reclaiming that. We need to stop taking up space in these places where we're at. And we just need to start being authentic with ourselves, with our family, with our friends. I think it's super, super important to do that, especially now with everything that's going on in the world. We need us. We need you. So whatever you have to share it. Trust me, it's so vulnerable. It's so powerful. Some questions that I've been asking myself in this process are, how am I a problem in this world? How am I showing up to the world? How am I making an impact? Why am I here? What's my purpose? And how am I going to leave this world? And these are just some questions that are thought-provoking. And sometimes we're like, what's my purpose? I don't know. But trust me, you know. You've just been redirected, and and sometimes you just ignore the signs. There's some tips that I've been personally doing in this journey to reclaim my voice. And the number one is meditation. I don't meditate to just be zen and all cool, calm, cool, collective. I meditate to be able to have these conversations, to be able to be vulnerable with strangers. Again, we heal as a collective. We don't heal personally. And that's one of the things that I'm understanding, that in order for me to heal, I have to help others as well. One of the things that I do is I leave voice notes on my phone. So instead of, a lot of people like journaling, but I do voice notes just to be more comfortable hearing my voice and just seeing what are my thoughts and all that good stuff. This process takes patience and commitment. So please do not give up. I gave up so many times, but I'm here now, and I'm just so happy to just be able to speak to you and be able to share these thoughts and these moments, because I have a lot in here and I need to just say it. So I'm excited to embark in this journey with all of you ladies and gentlemen. Another thing that I do, one of the other things is you're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone. For so long, we've been in this comfort zone to keep us safe. But that's it, we have to be uncomfortable. That's where the growth starts. So in everything, just know that you got someone out there. What you're going through, other people are going through it as well. And the more you be vulnerable, the more you speak up about your fears, your feelings, your thoughts, the more open you become. So with that being said, just reclaim your voice. We all have it within. And I can't stress it enough. You have to do that inner work in order to surface that voice. And that's what I've been doing myself. So with that being said, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to our Q&A section.
Let's give a round of applause for Dolores. Yes! Let's see some clapping emojis. Put them up, put them up. Yes, yes, yes. I would love to see some more clapping emojis. Yes, I see those hands. There goes those hands. Yes, yes. We love it. All righty. First and foremost, we are so grateful for Dolores, and the rest of our team and speakers, and we're grateful for you all here tonight. I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm very blessed to do so. Again, thank you so much to the Yellow Heart Committee, to the rest of the team, the rest of the organizations, and most of all, thank you all for being here tonight. My name is Tejal. I am the head coach. You already know, Tejal MSW. I am going to go ahead and share my screen as well. We are so grateful again to have you here tonight. So with this being said,
Welcome. We are now going to be discussing the body, reclaiming your life, discovering your body. It is, again, your Hype Coach Tejal, MSW. I am so grateful once again to be here tonight. First and foremost, I just want to say, again, thank you to Yellow Heart Committee. So let's just go right into it. Once again, I am Tejal. I am a therapist with a background of social work. I have a master's in social work, and I am a Hype Coach. I'm here to provide you empowerment, but through my platform as a Hype Coach, I am here to constantly provide women specifically to teach them to how to love themselves and be confident in their bodies. Because being confident in your body and understanding to exit out any toxic relationships. Many of you may be here with different traumas, different things that you have gone through in your life. I want to remind you all to keep in mind of the following, okay? Understand that you are all amazing. Understand that you are all incredible. Understand that, despite everything, I want you to remember tonight and going forward, you're not only known as a survivor, quote unquote, we are all warriors. Again, we are all warriors of life. And what I dedicate, my passion is to constantly, with my testimony and my story, is to continue to empower more and more women, mujeres, women of color, and so forth, to help you all to continue to believe in yourselves. So what brings you here tonight? Well, maybe you feel like you will have some work you need to do on yourselves in regards to your self-love journey, self-improvement journey. Maybe you want to start a journey of self-love, but you don't have no idea where to start. Or maybe you've become self-aware that you want to attend this event, and this is why you're here, to help, so we can help you, to guide you on your journey. Or there may just be other factors, which either way, we welcome you here tonight. Yes, I want to see some hands. Can we see some hands? Go ahead, use those clapping emojis. We want to see some amazing hands for yourselves because you're here tonight. You showed up for yourself, and that's what counts. That's what this is about. This is what this healing event and reclaiming your life, discovering your body, your voice, and mind is about here tonight. Yes. Yes. Thank you. So what does it mean to love yourself? This is an incredible question. Well, first and foremost, to love yourself, it means to accept who you are, what you encompass, to accept your body, to be confident of whom you are, to love your body, okay? I want to see everybody right now. Can we see everybody hug themselves? Can you give yourself a little hug? A little, yes, I love it. Hug yourself. Why? Because even during this pandemic and COVID-19, I want to remind you, it is so important to be grateful for the body that you have, okay? Your temple. Okay, your body, it is yours. Whatever may you have gone through in your life, whether it's something that has been very traumatic, something that you've gone through with your body, I want to remind you, it is your body. Once again, can we get some comments in the chat? It is my body. This is my body. My body is valuable. Once again, this is my body. My body belongs to me. That is what it's about. I want to remind you here tonight, no matter where you are, nationally or worldwide, we want to remind you, and we hope that this energy is coming through the screen to remind you that this is your body and your voice and your mind. So how do you begin your self-love and acceptance, right? Your body acceptance? Well, you just started. What was the affirmation we just used? This is my body. That's right. My body belongs to me. So first, I want to remind you, with your affirmations, you can start that way, in regards to your beauty, your body, and your intelligence, because remember, you are more than just your body. You're only how you look, or X, Y, and Z, your eyes, your skin. No, you are more than just that. You are more than just that. Improving your self-talk, right? Maybe you have these thoughts or this mindset, right? A mindset that you never recognized prior. Maybe a negative mindset, because again, depending on how we're grown, where we grow up in our environments, we may have this mindset that is very fixed or negative. I want to remind you, encourage you to have a growth, a self-love mindset, a self-care mindset, your self-talk, how you speak to yourself on a daily basis, switching your words of saying this is hard to, you know what, using the term and the phrase, this is challenging, but it's possible. Again, this is challenging, but it's possible, because the words impossible means I'm possible. So it is possible to love yourself despite your story. It is possible to be who you are despite everything you have gone through in life. Remember, we're not here to minimize or maximize what you've been through. It is just seeing you for who you are and encouraging you to continue to love yourself, because yourself counts. You count first. Therefore, accepting and beginning to understand that your culture and your society, you know, many of you in this room, you may come from different cultures, maybe across the world, maybe Central America, South America, maybe here in the United States, maybe overseas in other countries, Middle Eastern, etc. Well, let me let you know something. That standard that you were taught in school, that standard you were taught growing up in your home, that standard you were taught in that relationship or whoever, your friendships and so forth that you were around, or social media, whatever standard that may be, I want you to break that. You imagine having a pencil right now and breaking that in half. I hope you can go ahead and break that idea. Break that idea that you need to live up to the standard of a culture and so forth that is not yours. Live up to your life. Live up to your self-love. Live up to the standard and the goal to be your own competition, and that is it. Being who you are and nothing else and nothing less. Beginning to work on the idea and repeating every day, I am worthy. Can we get some comments? I encourage you, if you want to unmute yourself, I have no problem. You could definitely say, I am worthy. I am worthy. Again, I am worthy. I am lovable. I am worthy. Things to keep in mind. And please do not, I repeat, do not compare your body. Do not compare your body. Do not compare your journey to anybody else's. Because guess what? It is your journey. It is your body. It is your heart. It is your mind. It is your soul. It belongs to you and nobody else. Diet culture. Oh, well, let's get into it. We're going to touch the surface because it's a very, very deep topic. Diet culture, a system that values your weight, your shape, and your size over health and well-being. Let me let you know something. Despite being a hype coach, I'm also a curvy model, a plus size model, and I encourage body positivity through my platform and my work. Why? Because when it comes to eating, it is something that we're taught that it has to be a diet. Oh, una dieta, estoy en una dieta, I'm on a diet. No, cut it out. Cut that idea out. Understand and replace it with a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. It is your health and your well-being. Remember, your mind, your body, your emotional, your mental, your physical awakening, and your spirituality, this is what counts. This health counts. That's what it's about. And breaking the standard, because we're constantly told that we need to be on a diet, that we need to be this size, we need to look like this. No. If you got quarantine weight, guess what, honey? It's fine. Okay? It's okay. Encourage, embrace that body, embrace whatever you bring. Love it. Your stretch marks, your cellulite, all these things that magazines and so forth tell us that we shouldn't have. But guess what? It's about unlearning the diet culture and implementing the term healthy lifestyle. Again, it's a system and industry that sells multiple things that impacts women and the view of yourselves, leading to eating disorders. Please, again, keep this in mind. These are ways to keep on going when it comes to your body acceptance and your self-love. And remember that fill your cup up first. It is your cup that has to be filled first before you encourage or you help others. Because if you don't, you will see burnout. And it's important to know that you are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress. No matter what you are going through, no matter your story, no matter your testimony, no matter what has happened to you in your life, use that to continue to empower others. Use that voice, use that body, use that mind to continue to do that. And reclaiming your life. Because guess what? I'm here before you all because I decided to speak up about my story as a domestic violence warrior and survivor. And now I am here amongst you all through my work, my platform, and because of the Yellow Heart Committee to encourage you all, empower you all, because I believe that once you speak up, you will see to be able to continue to love yourself in a different way. And please don't be embarrassed of who you are or what you've been through, because it makes you more of who you are. And you are all beautiful, but you're all allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress. Once again, my handle is at Bright Dollface. I am your hype coach here tonight. We'll be doing some more here later with hype coaching. Aha! Once again, my name is Tejal Parekh, MSW. I'm grateful to have been here with you all tonight. Thank you so much. Woo! Yes. Give her a round of applause for your all, for yourselves. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I want to see more hands in this room. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes, I see those hands. I love it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Nija. I'm a member of the Yellow Heart Committee. And I just want to say thank you so much for Dolores and Tejal for working with us. You both showed up so authentically, and I really appreciate everything you've brought to the table. I am currently a master's student at Teachers College, Columbia. I'm pursuing my master's in psychology and education with a concentration in spirituality and mind-body practice. And today I'm going to be talking to you all about reclaiming your mind. This method is one that I've used personally for myself, and it changed my life. I committed to this for at least a year, and I feel like I've completely shifted into an entirely new reality once I've dedicated myself to that practice. So there are a few points that I live by that I want to share before I get into the how-to with you all. The first is that you are not your thoughts, nor are you your emotions. Your thoughts create your reality. And that is the second one. And the third is that there is power in the tongue. To my first point, thoughts are things that you have or observe, and emotions are things you feel and experience. The fact that you can observe and experience those independently of your consciousness shows that they are not you. With that being said, again, neither of those things, your thoughts or emotions, are you or your essence. So that means that you're not bound by them because you can observe them, and a shift in perspective can help turn them around. To my second point of that your thoughts create your reality, a good way to think of this is that first you have the thoughts. Then those thoughts become the words that you speak, and those words then become the actions that you take, and then those actions become the habits that you keep up over time. And a good thing to know is that your habits are what makes up most of your daily practice. So remembering that your thoughts are at the roots of your habits is a good thing to understand. If your thoughts are overwhelmingly negative or fear-based, then those are the seeds that are being planted in your life, and those will ultimately form negative habits. So the way to get out of that is to commit to shifting your perspective on your thoughts once you realize you have a negative one. To do this, you have to remember not to fear your emotions or your thoughts, because at the end of the day, you have the last say over them, so there's nothing to fear. And then this brings me to my last point, that there is power in the tongue. Once you're able to recognize when you are having negative thoughts or emotions, you can then change the language of that thought and speak on it from a neutral or a positive perspective, and then that changes everything. That's honestly what changed my life. And then so in order to change your thoughts, you have to first create the space to recognize that you're having negative thoughts, and then maintain that space long enough to observe those thoughts, and then to ultimately shift them in your favor. For me, I built this muscle up by practicing mindfulness meditation daily, where I was able to learn how to calm my thoughts. I did this when I woke up and before I went to bed, and I just built that into my daily practice. You need to sit with yourself and learn how to quiet your thoughts and slow them down long enough for you to observe them. Once you do that, you can look at them non-judgmentally. It's okay to experience negative thoughts and emotions. I'm not saying that you can't have them, but what I am saying is that it's important to not let them ruminate to the point where it shifts your entire worldview. How many times have something bad happened to you and then it changed your entire day? If there was a way to stop that thought from changing your entire day, wouldn't you let it? So the point is, like, hold space for those thoughts. For an example, if you have a negative thought such as, I'm probably going to fail if I try, give yourself the space to figure out what fear or experience is rooted at that thought, and then also recognize what triggered it. Once you've done that, you can change your perspective and retell the story. So that thought, I'm probably going to fail if I try, how I would change it is I would say, I've experienced feeling disappointment from me not performing my best, but I'm going to try again and see what happens. Always try and lift yourself up after it. Recognize that maybe it's not as positive as it wants to be, but give yourself a little bit of leeway and kind of a way out of it. Another example of a negative thought is like, I don't like how my nose looks. A way to shift it is, at this moment, I'm uncomfortable with the shape of my nose, but I am learning to love it. Don't hide from the negativeness of it, but still remember that you have control over it. With this, it's remember that there is power in the tongue, so precision of language is important. Remember to think of each word as a seed, and so be selective of which words you give life to. To recap, recognize your thoughts as they happen, sit with them and observe them, and third, change your perspective and retell the story. This isn't a one-time thing, but it's a commitment you make to yourself that you have to stay disciplined to daily. Over time, you'll find yourself correcting yourself and automatically, and then after that, you won't even let those thoughts stay. They'll kind of float off. Like as soon as you recognize, like, oh, okay, I had a negative thought. I'm not gonna let that define me, and let me move on from it. If you remember in school when teachers always would point out whenever someone used like, and they would tell the class to always point that out to somebody when they talked, eventually that person would stop using it so much because they were tired of getting pointed out for it. So they learned to stop themselves before they even said it. And this is what you're aiming to do when you are reclaiming your thoughts. For me, it helps to have a physical reminder to anchor that practice, like a bracelet or a necklace or even your phone background. With this item, it should remind you that you have the capability to recognize your mental patterns. You can recognize those triggers. You know how you react to those triggers, and you also know what gets you out of negative thought patterns. At the end of the day, your mind is a labyrinth, but your job is to find your path and the way to navigate it from an empowered place. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. So can we give a round of applause for all 3 speakers? That was amazing. Thank you all. Actually, instead of going into just a conversation with them, I felt like we should open it up to everybody already now, since we're already kind of engaging, and I wouldn't want to kill that mood. So feel free to start putting questions in the chat, but we're gonna chat for, it's already 2:47, so we'll have an open discussion for about 15 minutes. Any questions, anybody want to jump in, unmute yourself and talk to, but go ahead with you 3. If you have questions for yourself to start it off, go ahead.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. My name's Kay. I'm one of I'm an old friend. And I was just like,
I want to remind you all here tonight that you are every woman, individual. You are incredible. That you are all incredible. That you are all amazing. And to keep going. All right? Because we're going to get it started. Come on, I want you to affirm. Every woman. It's all in you. Hello, it's all in you. Hello, yes. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. I wanted you to move around, move around. It's all in you. Hey, 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 it's all in you. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! This is you. All right, how are we feeling? How we doing? How are we feeling? Are we feeling great?
Yes.
Talk to me. Yes, all right. First and foremost, I just wanted to get you guys started because, you know, I love to hype everyone up. So first and foremost, let's definitely affirm here tonight. I am incredible. Can you guys say that right now? I am incredible. I am incredible. I am lovable. I am lovable. My journey is amazing. My journey is amazing. I will continue to grow. I will continue to grow. I am resilient. Can I hear you guys say that? Come on, come on. I don't see you guys moving around enough. Let's go. I am resilient. You guys can unmute yourself. Don't be afraid. I want to hear some voices in this room tonight. I am resilient. I can't hear you guys. Come on.
I am resilient.
Woo! Yes, I love it. I want you to all say, I will take this day by day. Again, I will take this day by day. Yes. Yes. I am beautiful. Even if you don't feel that inside, it's okay. But I want you to say that you're beautiful because I am beautiful. You are?
Beautiful.
I am beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yes. This is what it's about. I will be able to make through everything this 2020. I will be able to make it through everything in 2020. Once again, go for it.
I will be able to make it through everything in 2020.
Woo!
Yes. Say that.
I will be able to make it through everything in 2020 because guess what? Yes! Because guess what? 2020 is not canceled. Your goals are not canceled. Your life is not canceled. Your love for yourself is not canceled. Your dreams are not canceled. Everything is still here and everything is still possible. Because remember, the words that I told you before was what? Impossible, meaning that I'm possible. That means you're possible. And remember to continue to embrace your body. Love who you are. I know every single day, we just talked about it. Every single day you wake up, look in that mirror. Use Post-its. Put Post-its around. Make sure you have beautiful affirmations about what makes you special, about what makes you you, okay? Everyone in this room, what makes you yourself? Whether it's Dolores, whether it's Nadia, and whether it's Lenora, Evelyn, Naisha, Jessica, Tay, Lily, Chaitia, Kay, Samantha, Jasmine, everybody in this room, anybody else that I missed, Kevin, Vanessa, right? The phone number that's here as well, Brianna, everybody in this room, okay? That's what it's about. So I'm gonna keep going with the music. Please remember this always because you are amazing. You're amazing. That's it.
Thank you so much. And before we close with the closing meditation, I just want to say to everybody, thank you all for attending. This is our first event of 2020. And I feel like it was a good experience that we all needed, just like to chill with one another and talk and, you know, reclaiming our life. We all needed that. So thank you all to our speakers. Thank you to everybody who's attending it. And we will definitely, drop your IGs in the chat so they can follow you as well. Oh, already on it. But let's go ahead and close with the closing meditation. So thank you, everybody. It's going to be about 2 minutes and then we're good. So
Yeah, just give me 1 second. We'll just do a silent one this time. It'll be, if you want to close, turn off your video, you can do so. But let's just settle back in. This was an amazing hour and some change. I feel like so much space just opened up within me. So I just want to share that energy towards you. So let's just sit and just get all that information that we just received and really let it land in your heart. And if you want to just put your hands over your heart, I would suggest that. That usually is something that helps me just get back home. As we said today, you are enough. You are beautiful. You are love. You can do it all. You just have to open up. And from my experience, the more you share, the more vulnerable you are, the more you open up. There's so much space to take up in this world, and we just forget that. So I hope you really enjoyed this conversation. I hope that after this, you go ahead and start taking steps to reclaiming your life. It's never too late to do so. And we need you. We need you out here. The world right now feels like it's falling apart, but we could get through this, and it's so much better on the other side. And as you go on about your days, just be present. Find joy in the little things. Love yourself more every day. And at the end, just be very, very gentle with yourself. Take some more deep breaths. And again, this journey has its ups and downs, and just know that we got you. The earth got you. And we can hold it all. And with that, just thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your energy, your love. And just like this moment was so beautiful for me, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so, so much. Appreciate you all.
thank you so much. And make sure you follow us on Instagram so that way when we hold more events, hopefully another one of these, because this was beautiful, y'all will be on the know of it. But thank you to our speakers. Thank you to everybody who attended. And yeah, hopefully we'll reconnect soon. And remember that 2020 is our year still. So have a great day. Bye.